that things happened. Apparently, I didn't know much about this whistleblower data because I also saw it on TV when the Honorable Jeremy Akioni was announcing that we have a new data set that is showing that Azimio won. But they stuck at only the top tallies. And those top tallies were not easy to decipher and calm down and know this is exactly what happened. So, to some surprise, there was some hidden website somewhere where the whistleblower had put in his forms, but a lot of people didn't know about that. So I went to the executive director and he gave me that website link, and then I took all those forms and downloaded. When I checked on them, I realized they were almost exactly the same as the Form 34Bs that were found at Bomas. Everything was basically same features, nothing different. So he said, let me try to go through them again, the way I went through the portal data, and extract the results from there, and let's see what comes of it. And so probably that's what we want to look at today. Really, that's basically what it is that we need to check on if given a chance.
Mr. Barnabas, before you go into the nitty-gritty of
Yes.
this show, the figures that you have, I
Yes.
want to indulge our viewer. But if you have any question, please don't hesitate to post, and we'll be able to, at intervals, I'll be interjecting Mr. Barnabas to pose some of your questions so that we can be on the same page. Go on and show the figures where there are discrepancies and how.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so I may take you directly to the system. Let's call it a system for now, because there are some things you cannot do without the help of a computer. And thank God, computers always give us exactly what we want it to give us. And maybe taking you there, I have titled the presentation as 2022 Presidential Election Analysis, as you can see it there. We are comparing two forms, the IEBC server forms, which came later, and also the portal forms, which were there. Everybody had access to the portal forms until at some point when they were withdrawn from the IEBC portal. This is how it's all arranged. When you look at the national tally, that is where our leader, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila ODINGA, has been speaking of, I have a value. And the value that he's saying he has is 8.11 million. That is 8,112,244 votes, which gives him a 56.9% when worked out. And Dr. William RUTO has 5,938,160 votes, which gives him 41.7. And a lot of us would ask, where are these figures coming from? I also had that question in me, and everyone else in the party had that same question. And so we decided to go back to where it all began. We have what we call the polling station tallies. That is what matters most. And this is where people talk of what we call the Form 34A. And then we have that tallying into constituency tallies that gives you the Form 34B. So in reality, Form 34A is the start, then Form 34B comes next. So in other words, Form 34B is as official as Form 34A. So as we look at this, we note that the Form 34As are a myriad. There are so many, 46,000 plus of them, that cannot be displayed in any one instance. So it's better to go and look for the consolidated versions, which is the Form 34B. Now, that we grouped it up into county tallies that came to regional tallies and to national tally. And so our leader does not have time to go to all these things to the beginning. he can only mention the top value, which gives him this. When we compare that and we look at the vote difference, it turns out that now the leader, who is the former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, who was the presidential candidate, actually the leading presidential candidate, got a leading of 2,174,084 votes. That is the figure. We always like talking of votes up to the end, because these four are not just figures, they are people. So we cannot just say around this number. We must actually say up to the last person. There's a fourth person there involved. So these are human beings that we are looking at here. Don't look at them as figures. And then when we look at the Bomas results, in our analysis, we could raise 193 polling stations. We could not access 36 polling stations from the portal. So that gave us a total of 7,146,574 human beings who voted for RUTO, and 6,926,844 people who voted for the Right Honourable Prime Minister Raila Odinga. And this is what is ruling Kenya now. But we are looking at it like, if this is there and this other value is there, then there must be an issue. This gives us a vote difference of 216 in the Bomas portal, 730 people that we are told voted more for RUTO than for Raila. I want to take you to some basics because we want to finish this analysis as fast as possible. Let's look at a form like the one of Likoni here, which is Form 34B. We have said we cannot access Form 34A, and even if you go to the agents that we had in many places,